Hi everyone, Sophia here for my great challenge. This is week 14 of my weight loss journey. I guess you can tell from the overall mood today that I had a successful week. Last week I reported that I had regained 3 pounds and I was going to work very hard on trying to lose most of it. I wasn't able to lose the 3 pounds I had regained, but I did lose 1.5 pounds, and actually that was yesterday. This morning I went on the scale and lost another half, so we're not going to count that one. I lost 1.5 pounds this week and I am now back at 167.5, so I'm pretty happy. This is pretty much where I was before I disappeared for 3 weeks, okay? So I'm pretty much back on track, okay? What did I do different this week? I stayed away for the most part from the sugar-free chocolates. I said I was going to do that. I had a few, but not as much as I did those previous weeks. I went back on having eggs in the morning. I still have the yogurts, the fat-free plain yogurt, but I do not add the cereals to it, the was it grape nuts or the oat bran, only because we ran out. So I didn't really have time to make the eggs every single morning, but when I didn't have time, I just had the yogurt and that was it. It didn't last for a very long time and I was hungry afterwards, but tried to kind of wait a little bit. I increased my intake of water as well. So what I do now is that because water is kind of boring, okay? It is, let's be honest. I take a bag of herbal tea and I fill up my big bottle, which is 32 ounces, and I dump the tea in it and close the bottle, and by the time I get to work about 30-40 minutes later, the water has been infused with the taste from the tea, and then once I finish that, I refill the bottle and I try to finish the rest of it for the rest of the day. So on average, I would say I have between 50 and 64 ounces of water. Now, I read somewhere, and I can't remember where, that you're supposed to drink half of your weight in ounces of water. So if I'm 167, that would be 83 and a half, 84 ounces. So I'm still 20 ounce, that's a lot of water. I'm still 20 ounce below, but it's good for my skin. It's good in general for your entire body function to have a lot of hydration. I don't drink soda, you know that, and I tend to drink a lot of tea and herbal teas towards the end of the evening. So I think that I do 64 plus all those teas. I'm probably close to the 80 something ounces of water I'm supposed to drink if I wanted to preserve optimal health. What else did I do that was different? I tried to reduce the amount of food I eat at dinner time. Most of the time, I have a snack around 5-6 o'clock in the afternoon. That snack is usually the Babybel mini cheese. I'll have 2 of those, or I'll have some meat. No matter what, it's a protein. Okay, I won't have fruit. I'll have a protein. No carbohydrate. And then for dinner, I usually have a protein, a vegetable, and a salad with dressing and a soup. So that's a lot of food. What I've been doing lately is that I've been reducing the amount of food that I eat at night. For dinner time, I'll have a smaller portion of meat. I may have a little bit of vegetables. I definitely have a soup. I've been doing soup almost every night in my big pressure cooker that I've showcased before on this channel. I'll just dump vegetables in there. Sometimes I put 3 slices of bacon, and then I pulse my soup, because you can have the bacon and the vegetables, all right? You can have that as long as there's no carbohydrate. So last night, for instance, I made a soup that was onion, broccoli, green onions, scallions, and a whole bunch of asparagus that I cut in pieces, and I added 3 slices of bacon to it, tiny bit of water, let it go in there. It takes about 20 minutes and it's cooked, and then I pulsed it, and I have this gorgeous soup that is all green vegetables. Oh, I added kale to it too, just a little bit, and pulsed it with the brown hand mixer and added a little bit of cheese over it. I had that with a burger patty that my husband put on the grill with a piece of cheese on it. I skipped the salad. That's all I had. All right. Usually I would have extra stuff. I would have the salad. I would have more cheese. I would have the dressing on the salad. I would have a huge amount of vegetable. Reducing the amount of food I eat as my last meal, and it seems to have worked for me. I lost 1.5 pounds walking the dogs a little bit more because it's beautiful now outside. It's finally spring here in New Jersey, so we're getting the dogs out a little bit more for longer walks. Instead of doing the 1 block, we do 2 blocks. You know, things like this, little tweaks and adjustments do make a difference. And again, I've lost another ½ pound since yesterday, but we'll talk about that next week. So I'm hoping and I'm aiming for next week to go back to 166, so that I can, you know, kind of jumpstart another round of weight loss. This is the way I usually process things. I know some folks have commented that I seem to have a hard time losing weight. It's not that I have a hard time. I have a way of losing weight where I do lose a certain amount of weight, and then I stopped a little bit, maybe regain 1-2 pounds, and then I lose another amount of weight. I do that because I get bored. I get bored beyond tears with dieting and eating the same stuff all the time and not being able to say yes to this or yes to that. I need to be able to have once in a while a treat. That's just the way I am. Otherwise I'm just miserable. Okay, nobody wants to be miserable. So that's the way I do things. I lose a certain amount, stop, regain 1 or 2 pounds, lose another bunch, and I've done that before, and you guys have seen me do that. The problem for me is never the weight loss. The problem is the maintenance of the weight loss. Okay, it's not a lack of motivation. I think it's the weight starting to creep back on you, and you start realizing that it's really creeped out on you when it's too late. And the thing with weight loss is that we tend to weigh ourselves while we're doing the weight loss, and then once we've reached our goal, we stop weighing ourselves. But if you were weighing yourself in the maintenance phase, you would be able to tackle that little 1 or 2 or 3 pounds that you've regained and be able to get that out of the way, and, you know, move on and continue maintaining your weight loss. My problem, I realized, is once I've lost the weight and I'm happy with my goal, I just forget the scale, and it just creeps back on you within a period of 6 months. Next thing you know, you've regained 15 pounds. Next thing you know, it's 20 pounds. So this is where I'm at. I'm super motivated. Today is Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. I only had 1 chocolate, which is the 1 chocolate that I wanted. I made a deal with myself that if I was going to have chocolate, it had to be the best out of the whole bunch, and it was a Dove egg chocolate that has, like, not the creamy but the hard filling in it that you can melt in your mouth for ages. And that's what I did. That thing was in there for a good ½ an hour. I kid you not. Okay, that's how much I savored that chocolate. So for lunch today, for our Easter lunch, I'm making a huge turkey. You know, the free turkey you get from your supermarket. All right, well, yesterday we got the ham, and then from another supermarket we got the turkey. So I made the turkey. That turkey is going to last me all week. We're going to make cold cuts out of it. I'm going to cube it to put it in salads. I'm going to slice it to put it in sandwiches for the kids. And then whatever I have left over is going to be dumped in a soup to make a turkey vegetable soup. Okay, tell me down below, how are you doing with your weight loss? Are you losing weight? Are you on a plateau? Have you regained a little bit? Did you give up? Are you super motivated? Did you increase your exercise? With the good weather coming out, you can see the sun coming out in the guest bedroom here. That's kind of why I switched location today. Are you losing the weight? Are you working out? Are you doing anything special to really boost your weight loss? Tell me down below. Let me know how you're doing. I'm really interested, and I guess I will see you next week, hopefully with another £1.5 pounds of this girl. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.